Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I had an idea for an open tag because I was going to do a review of some knives, and then I said, well, I have a knife that's similar to this other knife, or at least it's in the same family. And I thought, you know what? It was another YouTuber that influenced me to get, the knife I was going to review. And it turns out that it was a commenter that had me pick up the other one that's related to it in the first place. And so then I got to thinking, I said, you know what? I was going to do something about some small knives. And all of these three small knives that I was going to do have all influenced me, or all been influences to me from other YouTubers. So that's what this tag is about, is, what knife or knives have you picked up that maybe you ordinarily wouldn't have picked up, but a YouTuber, either you saw a video that made you want to get it, or maybe they sent you some correspondence and made you aware of it, or maybe someone in the comments made you aware of a knife. I'm just going to end up doing these. There's actually four knives, but we'll have a couple others that are going to be in here. But there's no particular number. If you want to do one, you want to do three, you want to do more than that, hey, it's an open tag and you can film your video how you want to do your video. That's absolutely fine. But the first one I wanted to start out with is this one, the Angry Watermelon, the Rough Rider Tadpole. Everybody's seen it. I've had it on here a couple of times before, but I would not have got this. JB from Big Red EDC made it famous, but I think the first time I saw this in a video was from Mr. Barlow. And when I saw it, because I had seen it in the catalogs and in the ads, and I thought, wow, that's really small. I don't know if I'd even want a knife this small. But then when I saw it, it kind of clicked on me, with it being Mr. Barlow, that this kind of has like a Barlow type bolster, and it's a bear head design. So it's kind of reminiscent of a little baby bolster knife, or or Barlow knife. I just was like, you know what, a assisted opening Barlow is pretty cool. So that's kind of where this whole tag came from, was from thinking about this, but also thinking about the next knife that will be shown, which is this one, the Old Timer 18OT Mighty Might. And this one has a very strong pull, so I think that's where it gets the Mighty Might name. And this is one that was recommended to me by Thrifty Kniffy. And so I wasn't really aware of this knife. It wasn't even on my radar. But for a little tiny liner lock fifth pocket knife, this knife, I have to tell you, since I got it, I really haven't stopped carrying it. In fact, the Angry Watermelon was my, basically my fifth pocket carry of choice until I got this guy. And I've been using him ever since. Oh, and a shout out to Tobias Gibson, who also, instead of saying Angry Watermelon, said we should call these the War Pickle, which I think is absolutely hilarious and spot on. So thank you for that one, Tobias. But that's a good one. But yeah, some of the reasons that I didn't really think much about this knife was that, it is a liner lock, but I already had this one, which is the 12 OT, the PAL. And this one, it has a clip point and everything. It's just a slip joint. Again, fifth pocket size. These guys are relatively the same size. And with the 12 OT, the blade is just a little bit longer. But, with this one being a liner lock, and the pull on this, I got to tell you, I think when I first got it, it was about 8. I've worked it down to where now it's probably about a solid 7. I haven't had a small pocket knife with this strong of a spring. In fact, I don't even think it needs the liner lock as strong as this spring is. But these are both excellent knives. And, at first, like I said, I already had this one. So I thought, well, I don't really want this one because, it kind of duplicates this one. But it turns out that, this is a really, really good knife. We'll go ahead and set them down. And one of the other knives that I had was this one, which made me think of the Mighty Mite. And this is the 194 OT. And this was suggested to me by Stuart Harvey, who said that he thought that this would make about a perfect EDC carry. And since it also had the same liner lock, I mean, it's just basically the big brother to this, but this guy's 3.5 inches closed. So he's a perfect pocket carry, perfect size EDC working knife. And it does have the liner lock. So if you're interested in those kind of things, then definitely, give this guy a look, because, this is a really good work knife. This has turned out to be a favorite at work for me lately. I never had a problem with the 12 OT. In fact, when I went on vacation the last time, this was the knife that I took with me, because I was just going in, it was in the summertime, so I was wearing mostly, shorts and things that aren't, lend themselves to like carrying a big heavy knife all day. And so I had this guy. But, and of course, the tadpole is very easy to carry around, no problems there. But the last one that I have is one from Tobias and from William's Knife Life. And that's because we were talking about the small lock backs and all this other stuff, and I decided to get a cub. I liked the Copper Swirl series of the Rough Rider because it just seemed more appealing to me. I think at the time I bought this, the ones they had in stock were the Copper Swirl series, a red bone and a green bone. And I just thought that this was probably the most handsome. I think if they had one in a white bone, I'd pick that up because I like that better than those. But I found that they were right, and Thrifty Kniffy did a review of this also. So really all three of them. But, I do like how it locks in. I do like that it's a lock back. And this stout, stubby little blade is perfect for opening boxes, opening packages, doing any kind of fine detail cutting. This works out to be actually a very good knife, and I can see why Tobias likes it. I really like this side, that even though this is the show side, the swirling on this side I think is particularly handsome. I really like that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking, is that, these are all good knives. I'm really glad that somebody told me about them, but all 5 of these knives were knives that were not on my radar. These 2 I wasn't even really aware of. This one, pretty much because it came in a 2-pack with another knife, was why I got this one. These 2 definitely were, sorry, as I keep messing up my display, but the, cub and the tadpole both came from inspiration from watching YouTube videos. But I think that this is kind of an interesting tag. I'd like to see what you other creators have out there that is something that someone influenced you, because I think all of us have influenced somebody out there to go buy a particular knife. But, who or what has made you buy a particular knife that you've seen or been told about a knife and you wanted to get it. So that's it. I look forward to your responses, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later, guys.